Hello and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft. I'm paulcheon, and today we are sitting at rank number 31. We still have a pretty big hill to climb here, and I feel like the only way we can get close to rank 1 is to string together a bunch of wins in a row, which have been a little bit more difficult to come by, but we're going to hop into this queue and see if we can turn things around. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below, and I do want to give a special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support, as I really do appreciate it. It allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon will give you access to the Discord channel, which I do think will be a very, very significant value add if you're looking to improve your game. There's a bunch of like-minded individuals there looking to get better, and it's just been amazing to see the growth. All right, let's hop in. What do I want to draft? Blue-Black Crime would be fun, but obviously if I open a sweet rare, we can certainly take a sweet rare. This is not really a sweet rare. Pillage the Bog is a fine card, absolutely fine card, but it is not better than Spinewood's Armadillo and Throw from the Saddle. Actually, the three best cards in this pack are all green. You have the Armadillo, Throw from the Saddle, and the Cactarantula. I will take the Armadillo here. I do think it is the best. It's one of the best uncommons in the set. Just the flexibility, right? The ability to search a desert is really big. And the fact that if you pair this with black, there's just a lot of ways to get it back and cheat it into play means you can potentially draft a lot of fun combo-y things with the Spinewood's Armadillo. For example, Back for More with Spinewood's Armadillo is an excellent, excellent combination. So let's start with the Armadillo and see where things go. Moving on here, we have at least the two cards that stand out to me are Trash to Town and Throw from the Saddle, and I'm not sure what's better between the two. I think I kind of prefer Throw from the Saddle. I've been trying this card a lot more recently, and I feel like I've been underwhelmed. I think the card is good. I think Throw from the Saddle is better though, so I'm going to take it here over Trash to Town. I think this is good in any green deck, and I feel like for Trash to Town, you want to be a little bit more proactive. So this just gives us a little more flexibility here, but I think Trash to Town would be the second best card out of this pack. And no, I am not really considering Great Train Heist here. I do think it is worse than both Trash to Town and Throw from the Saddle. So let's take that, and nice solid start here so far. And then now we do have to make a pretty interesting pick. We have Prairie Dog, solid 2-drop, Longhorn Sharpshooter, and Consuming Ashes. So those are all excellent, excellent cards. As much as I like the Prairie Dog, I do think I'm leaning towards the Sharpshooter or the Consuming Ashes. Consuming Ashes isn't a better color, but I haven't drafted red that much. So maybe I should just try to mix things up. It's like, do I want to win or... I mean, they're both good. This is third pick. Huh. Longhorn Sharpshooter third, you don't see that often. All right. I'm going to just do something a little bit different here. I think Consuming Ashes could very easily be the pick here, but I will take the Longhorn Sharpshooter. I feel like at this point in the format, red is far more likely to be open than black. And given that we saw the Sharpshooter third pick, which typically will be one of the better cards in a pack, I think this is more of an indication that red could be open than seeing the Consuming Ashes, but I think it's pretty close between the two. Moving on to this pack, we have Prickly Pear, which is just a very solid creature. Vial Smasher is good, but of course, with these two green cards, I think it's something that I don't want to take. There's also Mirage Mesa as a consideration. Archmage's Newt is just not that great of a card. So honestly, for me, I think it's really between the Mirage Mesa and the Prickly Pear, and I do think both are better than Free Strider Commando, which I think is just kind of a filler level card. Why don't we take the Prickly Pear here and see if we can draft Gruul, something I haven't really done a lot of. And these are some of the reasons to be in Gruul, right? It's just like getting a Sharpshooter, and Prickly Pear probably the best red common, along with Explosive Derailment as the other option. We'll note that after these first two picks, not seeing a whole lot of green, which is not surprising, but the red still seems to be very open. I do not mind a Gila Courser here, so I will take it. Notably, there's a Tai-E Joaquin. That doesn't necessarily mean that white is, of course, open. It could just mean that Boros specifically is open. You know what's funny? I thought this was an uncommon. This is a rare? Anyways, I'm going to take the Gila Courser here just because it goes well in the red-green 4 power themes matter deck, and I want to just continue taking the red cards here and see what we see moving forward. Again, not a great green card in sight here. There's a Quill Charger, which is just okay. We did see that Vial Smasher. I wonder if I should spec on a Forsaken Miner with the potential of going into potentially red-black. Like a red-black aggressively slanted crime deck might be open just because this is so late. Like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of Free Strider Commando. I think it's just a completely filler level card along with a card like the Quilled Charger. So I'm not super high on them. So I think I will take the Miner here as a speculative pick in case specifically red-black is open, because I think we saw some cards that gave us some indication that red-black specifically as a combo might be open, namely the Vial Smasher that we saw like fifth pick. Moving into this pack, another pack with not much green, no white either. There's a Trick Shot, there's a Tornado, there's a Terminal Agony, which is a fine removal spell. If you can have ways to discard, if you, for example, in red-black, if you pick up some Discerning Peddlers, you can try to get value from it. So I'll take the Terminal Agony here. Certainly if I'm red-green, I can also splash this if I feel like my removal situation isn't ideal. And yes, red is wide open. I'm really happy I took the Sharpshooter here. So we're going to take another Prickly Pear here and be very, very happy with kind of the start we have so far. Yes, I do like it over Thunder Salvo, which is just an average level removal spell. Gets a little bit better when you pair it with blue. There's a Take the Fall as well, but going to just take the Prickly Pear out of this pack and just take all the blue cards, all the red cards rather. Green continues to dry up here. There's a Skullduggery in this pack, along with a Take the Fall. Is blue-red open? I just don't want to be blue-red. I'm just going to take Skullduggery. Sorry, blue cards. You and I are not meant to be. You and I are not meant to be. I actually don't mind Fake Your Death as a combat trick. I think this is definitely one of the combat tricks that people sleep on. I think people look at Snakeskin Veil and Take Up the Shield, and oh my gosh, this card also performs pretty well, especially if you target cards like the Vaultborn Plunderer and Prickly Pear. You get a little extra value, so don't mind this as a combat trick. And blue-white, I guess, is open. There's a Gem Lightfoot, but I will take a Mind Raider here. And perhaps we can end up in red-black. I mean, notably, black is very good, so we're not seeing a ton of the good black, but we are seeing probably some of the red-black cards. But right now, this can kind of go any direction. Certainly, green is being cut off, but the power level of our green cards still is better than the combined 5 cards that we see here in black. So just something to note when we look at cards moving forward. We know 100% that we're going to be red. We just don't know what our second color is going to be. It probably should not be green despite the power level of these two cards. For example, this pack has an Outcaster Trailblazer. This is a fantastic card, but did we see any green cards? I just feel like no, we didn't. I just feel like this is a table where green is probably not where we want to be. So I'm going to look at the red and black cards. So for me, it's between Explosive Derailment and the Vault Plunderer, and I do favor the Vault Plunderer there. So I'm going to take it here over the Derailment and move on. Here we have Hollow Marauder. I do love that card. I'm going to just hide these green cards just so I don't trick myself and kind of draft accordingly here. We have Desert Stew as well. There is a Hollow Marauder. I think this is just a premium creature, so I will take it over Desert Stew. And very, very happy to pick that up. I like the Vault Plunderer too, just because it's kind of it's a 2-for-1 body. I feel like in red-black, usually you're just going to end up with enough removal, especially given how open red was. I feel like picking up some Explosive Derailments is not going to be too hard. And I just love Vault Plunderer. And like I said, it also really goes well with a card like Fake Your Own Death. Oh my gosh, we just got Hellspur Posse Boss passed to us. All right, cutting off red and getting rewarded. This is one of the best red rares in the set. It's like Hellspur Posse Boss and Terror of the Peaks, I think, are kind of up there in terms of best red rares. We're going to slam it over the Vault Plunderer. Very good with Fake Your Own Death, and very happy to pick it up. All right. Definitely on the lookout for cheaper cards. Our 3-mana slot's pretty nice. Now, granted, Longhorn Sharpshooter is mostly a 4-mana card, but we have like 5 3-drops we're pretty happy with. I guess we won't necessarily play Mind Raider if we don't have enough Outlaws at 2 mana, but I do love all my 3-drops right now. So, you know, Cunning Coyotes, the Roadrunner, Desperate Bloodseeker, just anything along those lines I'd be happy to pick up. But of course, this is a pack with nothing. There's a Beastbond Outcaster, which is great, but of course not something that I'm too interested in. There's a Fell the Mighty, but I'm not really interested in splashing here. So I'm just going to take a Rooftop Assassin. It's fine. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better when you have these mercenaries, these random little creatures, So playing it's never too incorrect to play like one copy of Rooftop Assassin in your deck. So let's go ahead and take that here. And now we're seeing some white cards, but that makes sense because we didn't pass any white because the person passing to us was likely in white. I will take Discerning Peddler. Like I said, I am looking for 2-drops. It does work well with Terminal Agony. It's an outlaw. It's a fine 2-drop in the red-black decks. Certainly not a super high pick. And here there is another Mystical Tether here. There's also Unlicensed Hearse. So it's between Unlicensed Hearse and Desperate Bloodseeker. I think I'm still going to take the Bloodseeker here. There's also a red-white desert, but like I said, I really just want 2-drop, so happy enough trying to fill out the rest of my curve here with some Bloodseekers. Return to Favor is interesting, but I think I'm just going to take Irascible Wolverine. Man, my 3 mana creatures all give me so much value, so very, very happy about that. I do need to be a little bit mindful that I have Hollow Marauder in my deck, so if I can afford to sandbag this until later, I will, just because I don't want to reveal the Hollow Marauder. Intimidation Campaign is great, but I'm not going to take it here. And moving on, wow. All the blue cards here, Slickshot, Lockpicker, etc. I'll take Demonic Ruckus. This could actually be... This looks like it could be a Demonic Ruckus deck, so I don't mind this card. It's very nice if you're aggressively slanted. Well, very nice might be a stretch. It's okay. Let's go with it's okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 cards I'm pretty happy with. I don't mind playing the 1 copy of the Skullduggery. And if we do pick up a few more Outlaws... I want to say maybe like 2 more, then I'll consider playing the Mind Raider. We'll take a Highway Robbery out of this pack, although not a card I'm super high on. I'd much rather just be playing cards like the Discerning Peddler. So this will be kind of in my maybe stack here on the right. And now we have, yeah, another pretty weak pack. Yeah, I mean, certainly black is hotly contested. I wonder if red-blue was maybe the color that we were supposed to be, but... It is far too late for that. Yep, there's a Phantom Interference. Do I have any legends? I don't. I mean, this is a cheap way to commit a crime if I care about such things, but right now I don't think that I do. Yeah, take the fall with 3 cards left. Blue is certainly open. Here's the thing, though. Even when blue's open, like, how good is it? Right? That's my question. We did see Slickshot, Lockpicker, and a bunch of other cards, but it is what it is. I mean... Super happy with Caustic Bronco. It seems absolutely incredible here, so I'm going to slam it here. Another Prickly Pear. I don't think it's going to table, but would be cool if it did. Binding Negotiation and Rattleback Apothecary are also fine, but we are slam dunking the Caustic Bronco. Notably not an outlaw for the Mind Raider, but still happy enough to play it here. Now we have this pack. There's an Electro Dominance, which I think is just okay. I don't know what to take. You know, I have like no removal. Maybe I do take it anyways. I have a few 2s already. Mourner's Surprise is also interesting as a way to get back the Hellspur Posse Boss. But I feel like this is also going to give me a little bit of reach. So let's take the interesting rare. Even though I don't think it's absurdly good or anything, I wanna take it here just because in one of my Seal Deck videos, Electro Dominance was absolutely absurd for me. And so I'll take it here just as a way to finish off my opponents. Here I'll take a Desert Stew. We have no deserts right now, so this is simply just 2 mana -2/-2, but it's still cheap interaction that this deck still could use. So happy to take it here. And instead of the desert here, I will take the Derailment. So red certainly open. And yeah, I mean, we picked up a Derailment, Desert Stew, Terminal Agony, and Electro Dominance here. So this pack has been pretty good for interaction. Now I'll take a Desperate Bloodseeker out of this pack. It's a pretty late trained Erynx, but happy enough picking up a Nuther 2 mana card for our deck and move on. Moving on to this pack, not interested in Caught in the Crossfire. If this was a best of 3 draft, I would take it. I'm not splashing Ride Down. I'm not playing Skullduggery number 3, so yeah, let's just take this rare here for gems. And that's a Prickly Pear 7th pick. Let's slam that. All the Prickly Pears. And this pack has nothing for us. I will take a Boneyard Desecrator. I wonder if this is okay with triple Prickly Pear. Maybe? I'm not sure. Ooh, and what do we have here? We have Binding Negotiation and Rooftop Assassin. Huh. I kind of like Rooftop Assassin in this deck, honestly. I feel like with all these Prickly Pears and things, this is just a nice way for us to upgrade our small creatures into bigger ones. So let's give that a shot. Nimble Brigand with 4 cards left. Yes, yes, I know. Okay? I can hear you yelling into my ears right now. Yes, I know. Okay, I know. My bad. It's too late now, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, it's just far too late. Yes, the seat was blue-red. Yes, I know. But this is where we're at, and let's make the most of this situation. I still think this deck ended up okay, just red was super duper open, and so here we are. And let's figure out what our cuts should be. Tiny Bones joins up. Yeah, I don't really think I like Demonic Ruckus that much. Electro Dominance is like, what? Reasonable at 5, because we can put a 3-mana card into play. There's a Trick Shot to kill big things. How many big things can we kill? Probably play like 1 Skullduggery. Yeah, I like this spell. I like this spell spread. I'll probably cut Boneyard Desecrator. I can give this haste. Okay, let's put Hollow Marauder maybe at the 5. We can cut the Black Snag Buzzard. This goes here at the 4. And then I guess we need to cut 1 more card? It's probably the Mind Raider. Like, these are not outlaws. I have 2 outlaws that I can play before turn 3. So let's cut that. And yeah, this looks pretty good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 creatures and some number of tricks and removal. All right. Trick Shot at the top of the curve just to kill another big thing. Let's give this a whirl. Now, notably, this is one of the weaker color combinations and black wasn't very open. So we will see how this goes. Maybe I should not. You know what? Actually, I take that back. Perhaps I shouldn't play the Trick Shot just because I have cards like the Gila Courser and the Irascible Wolverine. And if possible, I want to just be able to play all those cards. So you really want to avoid playing 5-drops if you can. All right, turn 2, Caustic Bronco. Please don't have Desert's Dew. All right, they didn't have Desert's Dew. Please don't have, I don't know, just any number of cards. Turn 3, we can play the Gila Courser. I mean, I assume... Okay, yeah. I feel like not much thinking was needed there, but... Gila Courser for us. Don't want to trade here with the Sentinel. I am okay trading here, though. Just trading for a creature and still drawing a card still seems pretty good. And it's until the end of my next turn as well, which is really nice. But it needs to be settled. Intrepid Stablemaster is the play from the opponent. I can Electro Dominance for 2. Huh. I can Electro Dominance for 2, put Forsaken Miner into play, and then saddle that, and then they have to block with Red Rock Sentinel. And then I can try to finish off whatever big creature they play with the Rooftop Assassin. All right, let's try that. I kind of want to kill this anyways. Okay. Not the best card to hit, I will say. But, you know, honestly, it's not that bad. Because this means that next turn, we can attack with the Caustic Bronco and actually give it protection, right? Unless they kill it now, I guess. If they kill it now, nothing we can do. But if they don't have a removal spell for it... The thing is, it didn't seem like they had that much removal. Because they could have killed a lot of our other creatures. Irascible Wolverine on the splash. Actually, we don't know what colors they are. Let's be real here. Yeah, let's go Vault Plunderer. Target ourselves. That's a Hellspur Posse Boss. Let's saddle it. Let's play a land. See what we reveal here. That's a Prickly Pear, so I might as well just cast this just to deal some damage. Alright. That allowed us to maximize some damage. Next turn we can run out the Hellspur Posse Boss and get in for some beats. They hit an Iron Fist. Oh, that's not a bad play, to be honest. That is not a bad play at all. I mean, I assume that's what they're going to play here, right? Alright, so that's a 4-5. Alright, so let's figure out what we want to do this turn. It's not the Wolverine. I can play Hellspur Posse Boss. And if I do, I can double pump the Vault Plunderer. Honestly, I can just attack with everything. Right? And just see what they do. And then just finish off the Pulverizer. I don't think Skullduggery does anything here. If I shrink this into a 2-1 and give this to... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Yep. Kill the Pulverizer, and really like our situation here. Got their 4-5 reach creature out of the way. This, you know, we get to use our Rooftop Assassin to kill bigger things, which is always nice. Morbid Opportunist, which doesn't do that much. And let's go with the Hellspur Posse Boss. Let's pump this once, and pump this once. If they want to trade this for a card, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. And next turn, I mean, Prickly Pear is going to have haste, and they're going to take lots and lots of damage. Okay. I don't know what happened with their deck. That was kind of... They've been watching a lot of how to draft 5 color videos, maybe. I don't know. Admittedly, I still haven't really drafted 5 colors that often. Like 3 usually is kind of where I top things off at, but it's kind of hard just to get all the mana. You got to take cards like Oasis Gardener really high and Bandit's Hall. All right, we did make a last-minute switch. Oh, and you get to see it. I decided to go with the Demonic Ruckus here, just because this deck does. I mean, putting Demonic Ruckus on Caustic Bronco seems amazing. So that's kind of why I did it here. I don't want to discard anything. I'm just playing a bear. Your turn. Does it give it haste? Okay, good. Servant of the Stinger. Do I want Prickly Pear or Vault Plunderer? Let's go Vault Plunderer. All the Prickly Pears. The reason why I play the Vault Plunderer is I'm hoping that I can draw some kind of way to interact if they go for a double block here. I might still be okay trading this for the Stinger. I'm essentially trading Discerning Peddler for the Stinger because I get the card back here from the Demonic Ruckus. Alternatively, I can just offer the trade with the Vault Plunderer and then just kind of wait on the Peddler. Oh, it looks like throw from the saddle, okay. Guess we'll draw a card. Yep, you can tutor if you like. Actually, I would prefer that they don't. I mean, look, they're gonna get like some ridiculous bomb or whatever. That was a very good turn for them, but I'm not gonna just throw away my creature, and hopefully we can just put enough pressure on them to finish them off. Next turn we can go Prickly Pear into Fake Your Own Death. Or, you know what, we're gonna draw Hellspur Posse Boss off the top. No, we're not, because we're not lucky. It's okay. Prickly Pear. Next turn we have Prickly Pear plus Fake Your Own Death. So we'll see what they play. Let's hope it's not like a Bristlebud Farmer. Or something along those lines. Could be a Spinewoods Paladin plotted. It is a Bristlebud Farmer. Interesting. All right, perfect. I'm going to use Fake Your Own Death here. I'd rather do that than use Rooftop Assassin, just because I think the Rooftop Assassin is going to kill a giant green creature at some point. So let's just keep playing more things. And they did search for the Bristlebutt Farmer. I had a deck very similar to this before, where I did find ways to search for the farmer, but this is a huge, huge board where I don't care what creature they play, just because I have these Rooftop Assassins in my hand. Right? Prickly Pear plus Rooftop Assassin is a nice combo. Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm going to sack all my little creatures. All right, oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Let's play the Wolverine here. Let's see if we hit Hellspur Posse Boss or something. Nope. I'm going to target myself just because I had 2 lands on top of my library. No, I'm targeting myself because they're playing black-green and, you know, I don't want them to be able to reanimate something big. Gonna play the land here because if I draw a land next turn, I can still play double Rooftop Assassin. This is a pretty formidable board. They're at effectively 12 life, but, I mean, this is still a lot to attack with. Like I said before, any creature that they play, I can just cast these. It looks like they're kind of stuck on lands with a lot of really big things. And, you know, a singular creature here, if they play a big thing, doesn't do it. If they play a Spinewoods Paladin, they go up to 9. Then they would go down to 2, and then we kill the Paladin. It looks like they have a throw from the saddle here, potentially, to be able to kill something here. But nice, nice aggressive start. I mean, they have an awesome deck. Look at their spells. Throw from the Saddle, Servant of the Stinger, Bristlebutt Farmer, and Rush of Dread. Phenomenal. Goldvein Hydra, too. What on earth are your bombs, opponent? Give me a removal spell. Nope. Yep. Gotta do what I gotta do. They're at 1 life. And then we have this. Kill this. Now they have to deal with a 2/2 flyer and another 2/2 flyer that we can flash in at end of turn. So if they go Spinewoods Paladin and go up to 4 by sacking this treasure, I can still hit them. If they play Cactarantula for 6 mana, they're still dead. So it's going to be tough. I mean, if they can like gain 3 life off the food and go to 4 and still play something, that's still not enough. So this is a lot they need to fight through. But man, is their card quality, like if you got my deck and put it up against our opponent's deck, like you would say that our opponent's going to win like 80% of the time, just based off of the cards that we saw. But I'm not saying we had a bad draw. This was probably one of the better draws for our deck. We had a nice curve, and Rooftop Assassins and some removal and combat tricks, but I'm just saying that my opponent's deck is way better. Voracious Varmint, huh? Maybe a throw from the saddle? Oasis Gardener, that's a great one. But that puts them to 3 and we put another flyer into play and I think that'll be enough. Alright, that was close. I'm glad I played that land that turn before, so that I could draw the land this turn and play double Rooftop Assassin. That ended up being super duper relevant. And we are 2-0 and rank number 26 with Rakdos Beats. Let's keep it going. Alrighty. On the play here, I'm going to keep this, but of course this hand absolutely needs land number 3. And if we don't find it, we're in some trouble here. We have double Prickly Pear, Wolverine, Fake Your Own Death, Terminal Agony, and a Mountain and a Swamp. You know, I don't know. I just feel like you got to keep it. We have a Discerning Peddler that also helps us find a land. Oh, the Red-Black Mirror. Well, if I don't draw a land, it's basically over, but the way that I look at it is, this is Magic the Gathering, and there are going to be games like this one, where you keep a 2-lander on the play with a Mountain and a Swamp, and all 3 drops, and you don't find your land, and you lose the game. And that's just something that you need to know can happen. This is fun. Are you having fun? I'm going to kill the Vial Smasher. At least I got to cast a spell. I had to discard to hand size my Terminal Agony to kill my Vial Smasher. Man, their deck's not, I mean, oh man, this is unfortunate. This is just highly unfortunate, I'm just gonna say. Give me a land, please. Alright, you know, let's target ourselves because we have this Hollow Marauder. We're gonna mill 2 lands now. Okay, we milled a creature in a land. At least Bloodseeker is pretty good on this board. They're gonna have to kill it. They probably will. Yep. What was this Electro Dominance supposed to be? I guess a Mourner Surprise? Sure. They kept everything on top? Oh, we're so dead. Alright. Magic the Gathering. It doesn't just happen to you, okay? I say this multiple times before, but keeping 2 landers, 1 of each, with all 3 drops in your hand, it happens to the best of us, it happens to the worst of us. The RNG gods are fair, and it's distributed across the board. Alright. Again? You know, it might happen again, but you know what? I played this game long enough where I'm just keeping this every single time. I have, again, Swamp Mountain, 2 3-drops, and this time my best card in my deck in the Hellspur Posse Boss. This time I do have an interactive spell in the Desert Stew, which is nice. And once again, we did not hit our 3rd land drop. Am I like a tiny bit salty? I guess when it happens in back-to-back games, it's like hard not to be. You know what I mean? But let's keep fighting here. Come on, this time we're drawing a land. Yeah, I felt it. To be honest, I felt it. I knew. Let's go Prickly Pear here. I guess I could have gone the Gila Courser. I could have gone Gila Courser. Because that would have given me a shot at a land. Yeah. My bad. I just thought this is better against removal, but that was my thought process at least. Okay, Desert Stew, and are they going to bash us? Yeah. Are they going to sack this? I would love if they sacked it. I mean, it's like love and hate. All right. They might need a land here, actually. They might get a desert or something. Give me a land. Another land here. Let me just slam this Hellspur Posse Boss at least, and then we just go to town, okay? You and I. 1v1 me, bro. Let's go. If we don't draw a land, then we can still go Prickly Pear. We can still go Prickly Pear. Like I said, if I draw an untapped land, it's definitely the Hellspur Posse Boss show. Attack in for 5. Then we can Prickly Pear with Skullduggery, etc., etc. Looks like they got a Conduit Pylons. Possibly? I don't know. You have another play? Come on. Alright, we did draw the land here. We did draw the land. Actually, I should have done it the other way. That was a mistake. I should have made a 3-1 mercenary token. My bad. I definitely should have made a 3-1 mercenary token. It's a Desert Stew? Really? Are we just run into the same decks here? The question is whether or not it's worth it to kill this Magda now. I'm just gonna play another prickly pear. Let us see what they do. It's a calamity. Oh, they get to copy Free Strider Commando. That's unreal. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's so much damage. Yeah, they're 5/5s? Holy cow. Alright. Do we take 9? No, let's just keep our life total sane here. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's ridiculous. Well, certainly gonna have to use Terminal Agony on Calamity. And I guess we just have to pass here. Woo, this is close. Oh, this is super close. This is super duper close. Oh my gosh. Okay. They have nothing? Man, this is ridiculous. I really feel like I need to be able to play a Rooftop Assassin to deal some extra. I mean, I'm at 2? Maybe I can just... I'm at 2? What can they have? I'm gonna play Rooftop Assassin here. I think they could also have their own Rooftop Assassin here, which is kind of why. Okay, they didn't. But like, being able to play Rooftop Assassin with Skullduggery, I think is pretty nice here. So I'm kind of hoping they use a removal spell. Oh my. Put a -1/-1 counter on each creature target player controls. Wow. Oh my god. Well, we're not dead. We are very close, though. So we can block here. And creature you control. Creature they control. Okay. Okay. We're at 2. Oh, man. Wow, they have Contagion Engine plus Raucous Entertainer? That's also ridiculous. Oh, man. Well, let's, Man, okay. Let's attack. Let's play Prickly Pear. And... let's plot this. I'm at 4, so I'm not too concerned here. Let's see what they do. Wow, they played some haymakers this game. I really want to win this one. Man, I really want to win this one. Nope, there's just no justice in this world. None. There's just none. You know what I mean? There's just none. How unfortunate. You know what I mean? How unfortunate. They just had a lot more power. They got their Calamity back. Like, that was one of the better things that they could have done. I could have obviously played a Desperate Bloodseeker there, but I mean, I'm not going to play around Calamity just being cast there. And I just wanted to utilize all my mana and get maximum value out of my cards. I just felt like it was pretty unlikely for us to die there unless they played a haste creature that put 2 more creatures into play, right? I literally played a Prickly Pear. I had 2 blockers. So I think that's just a very unfortunate way for that to have happened. So these last 2 games have been pretty frustrating. Like, my deck is okay, but the way that we've lost, especially just not hitting land drop number 3, is not ideal. Now, we're on the draw here, which makes turn 2 Caustic Bronco certainly worse. But we do have an Explosive Derailment here, and this is obviously a very, very nice curve. So happy enough with this hand. Two and 2, though. 2 and 2. Treasure Dredger from the opponent. All right. Caustic Bronco for us. I can play... I wonder what I should do if I draw a land. Is this a Heartless Pillage? Usually when this is an attack, it's a Heartless Pillage. Oh, it's just stone nothing. I think I just want more permanence in play. I mean, they could have a removal spell here very easily, but I feel like you don't want to leave me, give me the opportunity to play the 1 in a black save my creature spell. So if you have a removal spell, you should probably just kill my Caustic Bronco. But sure. You do you. You don't want to make a treasure? Huh. Failed fording. All right. Sure. They kept the card on top. Let's play Vault Plunder. I just want to play a creature that can continue pressuring their life total. I know that I could plot this and then play it next turn, but... Hollow Marauder looks like it's going to be pretty promising here. Siphon Insight is not what you want to do here. Only just because you're just going to fall too far behind on board. That's the only thing. But I guess they just don't have anything else to do. Okay. I guess they feel like they're the aggressor here, which is really surprising to me. Milled Hellspur Posse Boss, that's a little sad. But with the Hollow Marauder, you just want to target yourself. The unfortunate thing is we actually just don't have any ways to recur creatures out of the graveyard. One copy of Mourner Surprise would be nice, but of course that is an Electro Dominance. I guess this could be the reason why they've been attacking us. Maybe they feel like they can get some of that life back. But I'm also... They hit some goodies there. Hit some goodies there. Definitely want to run out the Wolverine here before I play my land, right? So let's start with that. Fake your own death. Interesting. Well, it's not bad here, to be honest. I mean, they might have a removal spell, but like... It's kind of a free roll, right? Because I'm playing this... I'm going to play this to, like, get in for some damage anyways. I'm going to target my Vault Plunderer. I guess just might as well go big or go home. Yeah, let's target this. I mean, if they kill my Vault Plunder in response, it's not really that big of a deal. I can still play my Hollow Marauder that way. And if this does resolve, like, I know I don't add another creature to my graveyard. This costs 5, but I will get a treasure here, so I'll still be able to play it. So I'm still getting value out of this exchange. But of course, it depends on what happens now, I guess. They might make a treasure here. I do feel like I don't want the game to go long. This opponent's deck has a very nice slow blue-black control deck, and we want to try to close things out as quickly as possible. This town ain't big enough. I see. I guess that was like the literal best possible thing they could have done. But I mean, like I said, obviously hitting like a combat trick off Irascible Wolverine is not ideal. Would love to just hit like a creature or a removal spell or anything like that. It's kind of just like a face-up thing that I just had to play. And I tried my best to get value from it. And then running into an uncommon bounce spell, I mean, it is what it is. But they're at 11. We're still beating them down. They mill themselves. Yep. Deserts do. I'm kind of in for that. Here you go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's attack. And then this will make the Hollow Marauder cost 3 mana. We'll play it. Oh, Electro Dominance. I like that one. I like that one. I will say this doesn't work well with the spree spells. I don't think. Yeah. Right? I'm going to ask. Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to go for it, but like, I don't think this works. Right? Like, I can't derailment. Like, can I pay more mana and play the derailment cost? I don't know. Like, do I get a 1 mana discount, but then I can still play... Can I still pay 2 mana for the spree here? I can't imagine they're going to be able to come back from this, so... I mean, especially with Electro Dominance in our hand. Alright. I guess we didn't find out. Okay, well, after a couple of losses, it's nice to get back to our winning ways with a 3-2. I do like my deck. I do. You know, what could I have used? Maybe another good removal spell, perhaps a red-black desert, just to make the effectiveness of my Desert Stew a little bit better. But I only have the 1 Desert Stew, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep this. It's a fine hand. 2 Swamps, 2 Mountains, Skullduggery, Bloodseeker, Vault Plunderer. You know, nothing too crazy. Another Dimir deck here for the opponent. Milled Demonic Ruckus and a land. Hopefully we don't get flooded this time. We kept the 4-lander. Alright, our opponent with perfect Esper mana. Par for the course. We drew another land here. Okay. And alright, Prickly Pear. This Nimble Brigand I feel like is going to be a problem, but... it is what it is. Oh, maybe not. I guess if they had Take the Fall there, that would be really annoying. I'm just going to keep playing stuff. The way I look at it is if they're going to be looking to attack me with Nimble Brigand by committing crimes, I'm going to be able to attack them back. I feel like if we play a game of attrition, I'm just not going to win with an intimidation campaign in play. So I actually just don't mind the fact that Nimble Brigand is going to be tapped. Electro Dominance is definitely an interesting draw. They have 5 mana up. Surely they have nothing. All right, here it is. Fake your own death. With another counterspell up, I guess. I mean, I feel like I should try to go for this. I mean, what happens if this trade happens? I doubt they're splashing Take Up the Shield, is kind of my thought process here. They could have counterspell. Okay, failed forwarding, sure. That is fine. Okay, okay, that, you know, honestly, this wasn't too bad. And I'm gonna continue targeting myself because of the Hollow Marauder. Like, obviously, if we mill something good, we mill something. We keep milling this card, by the way. This one is just like, I just have an affinity to milling Hellspur Posse bosses. It is what it is. But we have a lot, like the fact that they're playing this and not killing any of my creatures is really good for us. Yeah, like go nuts, friend. Like this is a, you know what this is? This is a little too much wheel spinning, I feel. You know what I mean? I know I could have just gone for the Electro Dominance, but they had Counterspell up, and so I'm just going to wait on the Electro Dominance here for a better moment. I have no idea what they can have here. Rooftop Assassin. Okay, I guess let's go with, wait, is this still lethal? 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, I'll pass priority. All right, now we'll just target them for 4. And even do that. All right. 4 and 2 with Rakdos. Just curve people out, have some tricks, and sometimes it is good enough. Especially when you draw your lands. That's nice. All right, 4 and 2 here, and we have 2 swamps and a mountain. I'm going to keep, I have a million 3-drops in my deck, but none in my hand. We did draw a land here, so we do have some plays when we hit land number 4. But if they get a really aggressive start, it might be kind of annoying here. We'll see. Oh, perfect. Caustic Bronco on turn 2 with Skullduggery, which is quite nice. Now, obviously, if they have a removal spell, they're going to want to fire this off immediately, and they are. Okay, well, we do have the Sharpshooter here to kill off the Raven here. They're going to play a Swamp, okay. 3-drop? No, damn. 3-drop would be perfect in that spot. Man. Ooh, they discarded a Raven. I wonder if it's better to plot this or Yeah, let's just plot it. Let's kill that Raven. I don't care about a Peddler. I have a 3/3 creature, and this thing just far more annoying against a red-black deck, so... Oh. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's a nice little combination. What do I do? We'll do something like that. All right. What do they have here? Skullduggery, maybe? Like, I can double block here, but that seems pretty... Like, if they have a combat trick, it's pretty bad. I can just single block here, I guess. Alright. Terminal Agony. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to play this now before any shenanigans occurs. Put Rooftop Assassin into play. And I am going to keep this back so that I can block a 2/1 Mercenary if that's what they choose to do. Overzealous Muscle. I have how much mana? 6 mana? Oh, we hit Forsaken Miner. That's another good reason to target our own things. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh well. Sure. Oh, Hollow Marauder for 1 mana. How about that? Yep. Okay, draw a land. Ooh, Demonic Ruckus. How about that? Put it here. Let's put this here. All right. I think we can do a pretty good job racing this Overzealous Muscle with this Rooftop Assassin, and then if they kill it, we still get to draw a card here. They discarded Marchesa, and we have 2 big flyers here. I wonder if this is worth trading, actually. Wow, they didn't actually utilize the mercenaries. Okay, I'll take 5. Irascible Wolverine is pretty interesting. I think I should just play it. And hope not to hit a 4-drop, I guess. Fake your own death. Alright. Okay. Do I target the miner, or do I just do more damage? Alright, let's just target the Rooftop Assassin here. Alright. They're at 4, and there's 2 lethal flyers here, so I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for them to be able to come back from this spot. Alright, we take 5. Alright, let's pump this. Let's attack. Dead. Okay. That's 5 now with Rakdos. With Rakdos cards. Number 23 again. Can we get a trophy here? Kind of had a little bit of that rough start with our mana, but hey, now I'm happy. 5 wins, 3 losses, all good in my book. All right, 5 and 3. Can we go first? Okay. Can we draw Bronco off the top? Am I asking for too much? I sure am. All right, no 2-drop. But we have a 3-drop and a 4-drop, so that's not too bad. And this is definitely a nice start here. And now, with the Rooftop Assassin, we can kind of just attack through everything, depending on what they have. I mean, here I'm just going to attack with everything. We shall pass. Start playing some Flash Flyers and hope that it's good enough. Alright, our opponent is on Desert Shenanigans. They sure are. Oh! The Hellspur Posse Boss. Let's just try to maximize the damage that we can do. This puts a lot of pressure on them to kill my flyer. Is this a... Oh, this is a rogue? Okay. I mean, I imagine they're going to kill my boss, although I don't know. Maybe they kill my flyer. If they kill my flyer, I can just play Hollow Marauder. It'll cost 5, and I have haste. So... I love that. They're searching. They are searching. Blue. I guess they're splashing Pillage the Blog? Huh. See what they got. Okay. They get the Surveil, but Deep Muck Desperado's down, which is fine. They didn't kill any of my things. And I get to play another hasty assassin next turn too, if possible. I can also play Hollow Marauder. There's just a lot that they need to kind of overcome here. So like mercenary tokens are no joke. Like they just make combat so difficult. This is way, you know, like this is, I mean, this is actually, it might be surprising, but this is the best Rakdos rare. Even better that as far as win rate goes, it's higher than Laughing Jasper Flint. And we all know how absurd Laughing Jasper Flint is. All right, we made it to the teens! To the teens, and we're now playing for a trophy. It wasn't long ago, I feel, that we were 2-2, but we've rattled off 4 in a row. And now we are well on our way to hopefully trophy here with a Rakdos beatdown deck. All right, here we go. 6-2, playing for a trophy. We have Hellspur Posse Boss and a Desert Stew. We are on the draw, but I have the lands to cast the Hellspur Posse Boss, so certainly keeping this. Would obviously like to draw some cheap things to play, and perfect. We found a Desperate Bloodseeker here that we can play on turn 2. What do they have? Resilient Roadrunner. All right. Well, that is a beater, but Desperate Bloodseeker is kind of the perfect card to get in the way of that. I'm going to target myself because we had the Forsaken Miner and the Hollow Marauder. Well, we milled the Hollow Marauder, so don't have to worry about that anymore. But happy enough going for this trade if they offer it. Actually, I wonder if it's better for me to just attack, because I do have this Skullduggery, but I really want to just play Vault Plunderer next turn, so I feel like I should be pretty happy if I could trade with a Roadrunner and then play the Vault Plunderer. Now, they can have Snakeskin Veil, which is kind of annoying, but then the Vault Plunderer can trade with a Roadrunner afterwards, and if they play Snakeskin Veil, then they're not going to play a good 3-drop this turn. Did I have like a throw from the saddle? Yeah, it looks like they want to get mega aggressive. Okay. And then here's like a desert. And then they're gonna... Okay. Sure. I mean, if you have another removal spell, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I do need to be mindful of that and be careful about it, but at the same time, it's like... I am at 13, though. How did that happen? What if they have another throw from the saddle? I mean, you know what this tells me, though? I feel like their hand is just amazing, and they have a ton of options. So this is going to be a big fight. This is going to be a real fight, right? Like, our hand is good, too. But we were on the draw, and they got us down to 13 already. Yep. I told you. Their hand is ridiculous. I feel like I need to kill this Greenblade before it really gets out of hand. Oh me, oh my. Yeah, I'm like, I just feel like I'm gonna super regret this if I don't kill the Greenblade. Like, it's not the best use of my mana for this turn, but if they just played Desert number 3, I just don't really have great ways to deal with it. But super strong start from them. Yep. That was an aggressive derailment. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. What can this possibly be? Okay, sure. Beastbound Outcaster. Whew. Alright. The question is, like, how aggressive do I want to get here? Maybe like 1? I'll attack with 1. The reason being is if they kill my Hellspur Posse Boss, I can still Skullduggery the Roadrunner and attack. Like, yeah, you had 2 mana, you could plot this. I'm just wondering, like, what took so long to figure that out? Now you play something big and then you play the Outcaster. So what are we gonna do to follow that up? Well, what does this say? Can't be blocked except... Oh, wait a second! I can block with my 1/1 if they use the mana. I didn't even think about that. My creatures have haste. My creatures have haste. So now we want them to spend their mana to give their creature quote-unquote unblockable. Savage Smash. Target creature you control. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I mean, if they have another combat trick, so be it, right? But... Oh, that was devastating. Okay. All right. I'm feeling a lot better about this one. I am feeling a lot better about this one. Okay. Okay. Prickly Pear? Okay. I guess they could have played a Holy Cow. I just doubt they splash Holy Cow there. That was a big attack. Big attack. Quilled Charger. All right, that's a fantastic turn here still. So now we get to turn these into 3-powered creatures to be able to get in. That is a Terminal Agony, which would have been really good with this Peddler. Let's kill this. Let's pump you. Let's pump you. Let's pump you. All right. Hellspur Posse Boss. Who's the boss? He's the boss. Cactus Folk Sure Shot. Very good magic card. But throw from the set. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. So I can turn this into... I mean, we just pump this, right? Because I can't kill this. So we just do that. We do this. And then we attack with both. They have to block the Peddler. And then we play the Courser. Okay. They're at 3. This is just lethal. Woo! Yes! Wow, from 2-2 to top 17, we got a trophy with Rakdos. Special thanks to just honestly all the red cards. You know, I've been kind of down on the red cards, but they carried us. And I have a newfound respect for all these mercenary tokens, right? Red was really open. Hellspur Posse Boss, obviously insane. But the Prickly Pear, right? The mercenary tokens that you get from that just means that this Prickly Pear does make it so that if you do have a good mana curve, where you do play some cheap things, all of a sudden all your little dinky creatures can trade up on mana, and that's great, right? And not to mention, it also goes well with cards like the Rooftop Assassin, where if you play against a green deck, you can actually go kind of toe-to-toe with them because you have these creatures that allow you to attack through or trade with even bigger green creatures, and it ended up working out. It ended up working out because, again, red was extremely open. Right now, that is simply just a byproduct of green, black, and white being so overly drafted that oftentimes blue and red specifically are going to be the 2 colors that you probably want to be going into it. And then the black card just kind of helped complement what we had with this nice red shell. I think red actually pairs well with every color other than blue. And honestly, this was a pretty good package. And felt like we could have even potentially gotten this trophy sooner had we not lost in some unfortunate ways earlier on. But can't be sad about this. Finally, a trophy with red-black. That's great. We're now 17th. It is really nice to get a trophy with a non-green base deck, and hopefully we can do more of that moving forward. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you, of course, for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you tomorrow.